there's your Khan Academy surface area mini lesson. So we are not given a net, instead we are given the three-dimensional figure. In this case, we have a triangular prism, again named for its base, which has two parallel triangles. And we have to be really careful because while the triangles are congruent, this side is a 7 by 5, this side is a 7 by 5, but the base is a 7 by 6. So when we break this up and look at it with notes, we have two triangles, which are 4 by 6. So we do the triangle formula, which is base times height divided by 2, and get that each of those are 12. And then we have two rectangles that are 7 by 5, so those are 35 each. And then the other area is a 7 by 6, which is 42. So if we add all of those together, we're adding the area of all of the faces together, then we get 136 units squared. And we can click next question and see what they give us for the next question. So we have another triangular prism. This one certainly looks like a tent. The directions say Cam's tent is a triangular prism. Find the surface area including the floor of his tent. Okay, and we have a decimal in here as well. So I'm just going to take a minute and draw this out. I'll leave that on the screen so you can see it. So the triangle, which we have two of in the front, and then of course in the back that you can't see, is a 2 by 1.7. So the base is 2 and the height is 1.7. So we're going to do base times height divided by 2, which is 1.7 times 2. We can divide by 2 and then multiply by 2 again, or we can just not divide by 2 since there are two of them. So 1.7 times 2 is 3.4. And then if we divided that by 2, we would get 1.7 again. However, there are two of them, so we're just going to say this is 3.4 for both triangles, okay? And then we have a 3 by 2, so this is a 3 by 2, another 3 by 2, and then a 2 by, the base is going to be 2 by 3, all right? So we have two rectangles, so they are all 2 by 3, actually, now that I'm seeing that. So this is 3 by 2, this is 2 by 3, and then this is 2 by 3. So we have three rectangles that are all going to be 6 meters squared, okay? So if you see what I've kind of written out here on my notes, we have the triangles, which is a base times height divided by 2. That was 3.4. I didn't bother dividing by 2 because there's two of them, and if I just multiplied again, I would still get the 3.4. And then I have three rectangles that are 6 meters. So on my calculator, I've got 3.4 plus there's three rectangles that are all 6, so 3 times 6 is 18, so plus 18, and I get 21.4. So up here on my screen, go ahead and type in 21.4 meters squared. All right, and next they've given us a rectangular prism, which we need to find the surface area of. So on this rectangular prism, we just have to kind of be careful that we are breaking up the shape in the way that it's given. So we have, let's see, we can try to color code this. I definitely recommend color coding when you're finding surface area. So this top and bottom, because this is also going to be 5, so the base, this base right here, and the top base, those are each 5 by 4. So we have two rectangles that are 5 by 4, which means we have two 20s to add together, so that's 20 plus 20. Okay, and then we have this little side rectangle here. This side rectangle is 4 by 1.5. So we have a little side rectangle that is 4 times 1.5, or 1.5, which is 6. And there are two of those, so this is 6, and this guy over here is 6. So 6 times 2 is 12, so we're going to do plus 12. And then we have the front and the back. So lastly, we have a 1.5 because the height is 1.5 and the width is 4. So this guy in the front and this guy in the back. So that is 5 times 1.4. Okay, so 5 times 1. What did I just say? I'm sorry, 5 times 1.5. 5 times 1.5. Okay, so 5 times, 1.5 is 7.5. So each of these are 7.5 along the side, and 7.5 times 2, since there's 2 of them, is 15. So this is a little messy, kind of chicken scratchy here, but we have these two that are each 20. So it's 20 plus 20, or I could have just multiplied by 2 and got 40. We have 2 that are 6, so there's your 12. And then we have 2 that are 7.5, so there's your 15. So if we add them all together, we have 20 plus 20 is 40, plus 12 plus 15 is 67. So this is 67 units squared, or square units. And then we have one more. Look at this beautiful little present. I like this one because surface area is much like gift wrapping paper. Okay, so it's really nice to visualize. And what's even nicer is it's a cube. Cubes are amazing because everything is congruent. So you really only have one calculation to do. So 15 times 15 will give you the area of one face. So the area of one face is 15 times 15, which is 225. And we have 6 of them. So you can just do 225 times 6 and get 12, 15, 12, 13, 1350. And we can double check it. 225 times 6 is 1350, or 1,350 centimeters squared. So 1350, there we go. And we have calculated all the surface area for this. I made a mistake on the first one because I forgot to add in my triangles. So there you go. Good luck with surface area, and please contact us if you are still getting stuck. Thank you.